So we see a little bit of divergence now in the lineups as we have Mage versus Mage mid, but tanky DPS physical versus Mage top. So I guess you could call Alistar tanky DPS. He's kind of a tanky Mage. He's kind of like Gragas. So he's still AP damage. So it's magic damage from Fnatic and physical damage from Epik.
Yeah, and Shushi's obviously at these lower levels probably going to be putting a lot of pressure down onto Swain. And up at the top lane, you can already see that PK has done exactly the same onto Dyrus, and as they both hit level 2. Down at the bottom, of course, it is Ashe versus Vayne. And pretty.
Dyrus pushing aggressively already with exhaust and the jump onto PK, but he's going to flash out of the way. He's going to be fine just there, putting down that silencing wall, going to make it out just fine. Dyrus, though, down to 2 health potions, but PK going to go through his as well. Looks like all the players have now spammed their summoners. Dyrus pushed down both. PK actually does still have Ignite, so if he gets to play aggressively a little bit later, he's got that roughly 100 damage now in his back pocket in case he needs it. Nunu actually going to come around and maybe find a gank for himself, and the flash is down, so this could be really, really bad for PK. And Dandin coming around. Dyrus is nearby as well. PK not with a great silence, going to keep him from getting slowed by Nunu, and yeah, he's going to make that escape just barely, and he's going to actually peel back right away.
Yeah, some nice early pushes going on there, and you know, we're going to have to expect that as a Clairvoyance goes right on top of him, so they know where Cyanide is, and actually Dandin's going to come in aggressive onto him, and they're just going to go at it slowly, very slowly. Shushi's starting to work his way around, and Bandage toss in, and surely Dandin's just going to run away from this one. No, he's going to keep playing it hard, and in comes Vayne. This could be very, very bad for Fnatic. Cyanide will surely go down at this point. Yes, he will. It is Swain who takes first blood. Westrise is constantly putting the pressure onto Shushi as well, but can't quite get into him before he reaches that turret and gets to the safety, but first blood for Epik.
Wow, great opening there, and this, you know, I'm going to, you know, we talked about it the very first day. I do want to see Epik win, at the very least, just to see, you know, closer and closer to the NAEU finals. Really, the win of the first game doesn't matter. All I'm really going to do is root for the loser of the first game in Game 2, and then Game 3, we'll see how it goes. I do kind of want to see NA push through and take a winner bracket final match. I want to see those lineups there, because I don't want to see, you know, one continent getting shoved out too early on. I mean, unfortunately, Southeast Asia did, and I would have loved to see one of those teams at least hit a relegation match. Zan almost made it through, but so I'll say up to a great start right now, pushing through, actually getting Alistar back to his turret, and he's got that golem buff thanks to the kill on the jungler, and that's a wonderful advantage there. Shusha taking a ton of damage, but there comes the pulverize and the headbutt, pushing Salsi into that turret range, but of course, there's so many minions to tank that. Almost the bandage toss in from Cyanide FI, pushing Salsi lower and lower. Of course, he does not have a good way of getting health, but he's going to land the never move, and Cyanide FI down about half health, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, down bottom, a couple of pings going off, but it's fairly even down there. We see obviously Lamia, who's playing Ashe, up at level 4 already. Westrise can't be far behind that one as well. No, in fact, as I say, he actually dings, and Jarvan is dancing pilling.
I love that. Oh, Dyrus trolling everyone all the time. Bot lane damage up with a Melisande, so very low, but can't quite get up. Westrise has that lizard buff, and that did help him push down quite a lot. Lemia's help pushing him back right now. Double If, though, will continue to completely sustain him on health, and as he gets one more heal in, Westrise can completely zone him. Right now, he could get bursted down, but now he should play completely aggressively. He should completely zone out Lamia right now, and he's not doing it, and I think that's a mistake right there. Ashe should not get a single lick of experience right now if Westrise plays it correctly, and instead, Lamia is actually still managing to last hit, and I think he shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, and actually Westrise is going to be going back. And will we see double lift follow? Probably not. Westrise decides against it. And he's going to hang on. We will see Janna coming back into lane for Fnatic here in just a second. And it was Soraka who actually went back for Epik. As you can see on his screen there, we had Cyanide just finishing off the walls before he goes home. He starts buying up. And actually we've got double Doran's ring already for double lift right off the start.
Wow, so double lift actually going for ability path. Actually, one of the cool things about the supports is normally you see, oh wait, hold on, a quick fight coming in from Dyrus versus PK, getting him down to about half health. PK should still have his ultimate and ignite, but Dyrus at full health is not going to be easy to kill. I think a full cover from PK would get him close to dead, especially if Dyrus' shield is down. Some more harass coming on there. Yeah, there we go. The Malefic Vision's going to hit Dyrus pretty hard. PK's got a decent cooldown, though, on that spell. It's, I believe, about 13 seconds right now. It's 7 plus 2 per level, so that's actually 11 then. So yeah, it's going to be a fairly moderate cooldown there. He's not going to be able to do a ton of damage to easily push down onto Dyrus, but certainly over time can wear him down. and get him into a burst damage range. Salsi still going to keep out in mid with Golem buff, actually, which is just timed out now, is going to make him have to fight at his home turret, and that's going to mean a couple of missed last hits. And we're going to see if he can do anything with that. He's going to be able to pick up, actually, miss actually a lot of these, actually. The turret's going to take almost all of these last hits right there. That's a little bit unfortunate for Salsi, only getting 1 of those 4. And yes, I am talking about last hits. Yes, this is still free casting about minion kills. Cyanide FI going to jump over to the Lizard camp right now, going to get Lizard for himself. Maybe he'll donate it over to Malzahar or Alistair. I doubt it, though. They're going to be less likely to gank. And a couple interesting things we see here is that Fnatic actually not using teleport on Malzahar as AAA did. It worked so well for them. I'm surprised that they're not copying that style because it gave them a good number of kills. But okay, here comes the burst onto Shushe, getting rooted up by Dyrus and Salsi. And actually, he whiffs the knock up there, but Shushe could still go down. Dyrus takes it back to the face. Asher is going to block onto Salsi, and Shushe actually staying alive, surprisingly, through all of that. I think it was the missed knock up from Dyrus that caused that. But here comes PK across the map. Dan Din going to get dropped down almost definitely. 1-1 now the kill score, bringing that back alive. 9.4 versus 9.2 thousand gold, almost equivalent right now. PK, though, with a golem buff, going to be pretty beautiful.
Oh, and Westrice almost being caught there by the bandage toss from Cyanide. Salsa is fairly low still, and with the 2 there, with Malzahar and Alistair around, he doesn't want to push in and get his heals off. He's actually used health potions to start working his way in. Ooh, PK just pulling the tower. Not what he wanted to do, and looks like they're going to dive in there. In comes the bandage toss. Yep, Salsa, he's going to go down. Is he? No, right now he's managing to survive, and it's going to be Cyanide that come and be in a little bit of trouble. We've got Jarvan chasing him down. In comes a nice move, though, from the cow to keep that one fairly good, and Dyrus and Dandin will both be out of that one. Nicely done.
A great ult from him, just barely saving his team, and a great sounds coming out there as well, going to help keep his team from getting slowed by Dan Din. And wow, I can't believe no one died there. There's so many low champions. Look at Malzahar at less than a bar of health. We got a couple of really low champions here as well. Dyrus very, very nearly died to that burst, but managed to heal up just barely. That Soraka with the wish, keeping him alive. And that's what I was talking about right before that gank happened up top. Is Soraka is one of those champions, the support champions, that actually benefit from ability power enough that you're going to go for it. In the NA finals, I saw a lot of not Doran's Wing, but Mass Cage pick on Soraka in those games, and just to give her the ability power, because her heals scale actually very significantly with AP, and that's the thing, right? We were actually seeing some of the players talk about how they wanted to keep Soraka down, because if she gets ability power, what we see Taric and Sona and the last support, John, the main ones that we see, when they get farmed, they get more tanky. They usually build support items like Shirelia's Reverie, maybe a Randuin, so they really get up there. But, their impact is still just, I knock someone up, whatever, my base spell damages and base spell abilities is what kicks it in for me. But Soraka actually scales incredibly well off of ability power, and those heals can really save people. With both her main heal with Astral Blessing and the Wish, her ultimate, those are giant AP ratios, and they give a lot of health back to single targets and the full team. And so Soraka really actually wants to farm and actually get a lot of gold. You can see that she's at 24 minion kills, which actually is not too shabby since Janna is still at 1. She's got the 2 Doran's rings, and ability power, like I said, really, really awesome on Soraka. And it does allow her those really great burst heals. So her going a bunch of Doran's rings, not surprising me at all. It really does allow her more impact in this game, so it's no surprise that they're actually letting her solo on bottom while they have basically everyone else roam around on the map right now.
Yeah, the minion kills up on that top lane not really working out for Jarvan. Actually, he's 49 to the 72 of Malzahar, who's obviously off to a good start. You see there a bit of pressure in that middle area from Shushi, who will continue to just annoy Salsa, who will be able to heal up at any given opportunity at this point. Double lift stain at the back of the minion pack, and
Westrice back into the game. Yeah, he actually managed to DC for a couple of seconds. That's part of the reason why Soraka was soloing for so long. Did actually manage to last hit pretty well with those banana throws for the basic attack. And here comes an Asher across the map. Will it land onto Salsi? No, it will not, but the ping has gone out. They know that Dyrus should know about this. Oh, that was close. It would have been cool if Malzahar actually predicted where the arrow would go and stun him when he was in range of that one, but I think Dyrus stayed out of range enough. And he's actually going to push onto XPK, but jumps right into a giant burst combo, and he is down to about a quarter health. The silence will hit, the ignite still ticking away, but he might survive this. Malefic Vision's doing some pretty good damage now in the mid lane. Shushe going to stun away these people, has popped his ultimate as well, so he's going to keep himself alive right there. Has Golem buffs, so plenty of mana to spam those heals onto himself. The 2 Doran's rings, the 50 ability power, going to make him hard to push around.
Yeah, nicely done by Shushe, and also PK obviously up on this top lane, who is taking all the damage there, as we may see something on the bottom. No, I'm not sure what PK was doing there, why he kept that tower damage coming in onto him. I mean, obviously wanted to do it. There's a lot of minions on that tower. It's not going to go down to that push, but either way. And Westrise just putting out a bit of annoyance onto Ashe. But Fnatic, of course, are in and are doing Dragon already. We're going to have Ashe coming in to support. I'm not sure. It doesn't look, to be honest, like Epik even have a clue about this. Okay, so they've pinged in there. There were no wards in the immediate area as far as I can see from Epik. So that's something that they should probably be really trying to work out. I mean, if you look at the Fog of War in terms of Fnatic's view, they've got a really great bit of ward vision going on across the whole river area.
Yeah, they've got the one over by Baron, which will spawn in about a minute and a half. They've got two covering the bottom jungle. Oh, never mind. I actually thought, yeah, the ward also spots Epik moving around in that jungle over there. We look over at Epik, though. Their ward control, not too great. They got a couple of aggressive ones here, but here comes a gank in from Alistar. And, oh, just a great prediction arrow there on the double lift. He's going to get stunned out, but he's already flashed over the wall. He is going to be safe. Salsi put out a root right there just in case someone wanted to flash over, but that did not happen, so they're all pretty safe so far. Salsi's going to continue to last hit. Getting headbutt pulverized, though, right away by Alistar. Some pretty good damage there. Alistar with 51 ability power doing some pretty decent damage on his spells. And Epik, they're going to start farming now. Westrise back into the game, going to try to catch up in minion kills. Unfortunately, down by about 40 on this Ashe. That is quite unfortunate, though he does have the assist there. And here comes the gank in from Silent FI, and the damage output on Dyrus is pretty immense, jumping into that Malzahar spell combo, but not enough damage is done. They managed to chain their CCs together, which meant that Dyrus really didn't take the entirety of the pool duration there, that null zone. He actually managed to jump out of it at the end there, so Dyrus kept himself alive, did burn Flash to get out a little bit faster, but Fnatic will get the first turret kill of the game now. The top turret will go down. That 2v1 gank did give them that potential. And now Fnatic in a fairly decent advantage now by 2,500 gold.
Yeah, it's a nice start from Fnatic. Obviously, scoreline still 1-1 as Westrise puts out that little bit of aggression on bottom. Will back away now. Double Leaf actually started to pill back home there for a second, but yeah, there we go. He's going to finish that one off, so he'll be going back to buy something else to add to his couple of Dawn's rings, which he bought that lot earlier on. Just looking at the minion kills down at the bottom, it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. 57 for Vayne and 118 for Ashe.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate for Westrise there. It looks like XP are going to come around. They're going to find Dan Din doing Golem. The Clairvoyance does reveal that they're getting spotted, and Shushe is going to do a pretty good job taking this one over. They do know that Dyrus is coming back now. As a 2v2 here on this Golem still. There is no smite here from Fnatic, so Epik has a really good chance here of taking this one over. It's pretty hard to outsmite Nunu, who can consume into smite. And yeah, it's just that true damage combo is massive, and he will pick up the Golem buff. He's going to finish out the rest of these little mini lizards here, who are the support units for that Golem. Going to pick those up, 10 gold apiece, and he's going to be fine right there. Crisis averted. They did not get ganked. They did not lose that buff. Shushe is still pushing around onto Salsi. He's got the blasting one now, so 91 AP. Going to be nice for that Alistar.
Yep, Soraka hanging around in that middle area, just giving a little bit of support to Salsi. There are 2, 3 almost around that middle area. Obviously, Cyanide is there as well. The aggressive wards have spotted that PK and Cyanide are moving around that area, and they have pinged Dan Din as well, the ward right next to him.
Yeah, they could have gone for a jump there.
Interesting.
Malzahar's ult was up. I really think they could have gone for a flash grab on him. I mean, thing is, he is...
always out of position terribly. Dan Din is in some real trouble right now, and surely he's going to go down. 3 versus 1. There's nothing that Dan Din can do, and he thought he was safe. He had that ward there. What he didn't know is that the Fnatic ward was in the bush that he was waiting in before that.
Yeah, they didn't know he was there. That was a really good coordinated effort by Fnatic, ending up picking that one up quite nicely. And actually a little bit of fight coming on between Westrise and Melisson. And Lamia Zelda's come in from the back. Westrise not in great shape. Will flash back into range. He's going to drop. Oh, he's going to stun Lamia Zelda first, but he is going to go down. Ashe picking that one up pretty comfortably. Already has a Bloodthirster in the inventory. That is pretty powerful. 3-1 right now. Fnatic in quite the advantage.
Yeah, and that's going to set Westrise back even further. I mean, 75 to 1.